Hey brothers and sisters, Pastor SooSang here. This video is for me to ask you questions, ask you to help me to help you, because I'd like to try to do something like a video blog. I don't even know if they still use this term, vlog or something like that. I'm looking for ways to try to offer you guys content that is most helpful to you. And these short videos seem to be a good way for me to offer you some teaching, some guidance on things, middle of the week. And I'll try to keep these videos relatively concise and watchable. You can easily watch them in the middle of a week as you're roaming about. But in order to do that, I would really like to try to give this content into other things that you really want to know and what you think that would be most helpful to you. And so what I need from you are questions. So I need you to shoot me questions, email, you can talk to me personally, you can call me, however, in one way or another, and say, Pastor SooSang, could you consider giving us an answer about, you name it, right? And so if it's a question for you, I bet you're hardly the only person that's wondering about it among Christians, and maybe even among unbelieving friends, and that's a question that they may have, and you could say, hey, my pastor had an answer for that, and you watch this video and you can send them that link, okay? So the type of questions I'm thinking about, first, obviously, would be things about God, theology, Bible, spiritual life. I'm your pastor, so those are obvious types of questions to ask me. Related questions to any of my sermons. There may be a portion inside the sermon that's confusing to you, or maybe raises some kind of bigger theological or spiritual question that you'd like to explore, but I don't have time to discuss them in the middle of the sermon, but maybe we can get at it later in the week. So there's a lot of different things that arise as I'm prepping sermons, and I have to just try to be as judicious as I can. You guys already know I talk long, so but trying to give you as much content as I can, but maybe this is another way that we could, go deeper, dive into certain other topics that are related. So God, Bible, theology, and then maybe related to sermons, but other things too. I would like to, there are many questions on marriage, pre-marriage, dating. There's lots of wisdom questions. Our culture, there's a lot of people in this current generation, and even the younger teenagers, that have lots of questions having to do with dating, pre-marriage, courting, all those kinds of issues. I'd be more than happy to try to offer you content on that. And there's so many different subject matters I could talk about, but I would like to more tackle the ones that you care about. Other questions that I've recently gotten some really good questions on parenting. They're asking for parenting wisdom, parenting advice. And again, I would like to tackle some of those things with some mix of clear biblical teaching, and then some of the things that maybe my wife and I have learned, and some of it, honestly, we learned through our mistakes and some of the hard way. And other issues that you may be interested in, like maybe current controversial issues, or hard issues that are happening inside of our culture. I mean, I'm just a pastor. I'm not infallible about these kinds of things, but if I think I have something worth saying that is sharing with all of you, I could try tackling that subject matter. And so this is some of the stuff that I'd like to offer you, and so help me to help you. So tell me the questions you got, and even if there's just something totally different that I haven't mentioned at all, I cannot promise you that I will have a video for this. I only have so much time, but I would like to think about these things. And so if you have any kind of question, even that's just not even any of these subject matters, hey, feel free to ask it. I want to help you. I'm your pastor. I love you, and I want you to know the Lord and feel confidence and a deeper sense of joy to have the gospel running in your life and applying the Bible deeper and obeying Jesus deeper in your life. And we can all have the joy of obeying Him and living in faith and trust in Him. So, all right? So help me help you. And hopefully this can be something really good for you and for a lot of other people too, okay? Thank you.